What a fantastic way to start this. Hello baby gang says, this is Calvin, also known as Ormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. And we're going to see a magic show today, which I'm not sure what we're going to get with this. I don't know if it's going to be the full magic show, if it's going to be like a simple trick. I have no idea. I have no earthly idea, but I'm very, very excited to see what Liney and Lynette have in store for us. So far, Fontaine has been a dream. It's been an absolute dream to play through this area so far. I can't say good enough words about this entire... Oh my god. Do we actually have to take our seat? There's actually a stage here? Oh my god, we actually have to take our seat. We actually have to take our seat. Wait, they said there's like a dress code, right? I mean, we're dressed... This is a pretty nice outfit, but they want us to wear maybe a dress or something? But the only one who has probably a really nice dress is probably... in terms of a dress, it's probably Kaching, right? Kaching? Kaching?
Oh, these should be our seats.
These seats are fancy. These are fancy seats. They're very, very... Oh my god, and they're so separate from other people? Who's that? Who's this? Are we feeling awkward? Oh, the awkward eye turns as well. Are we awkward? What is happening?
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
It's kind of awkward if we don't say anything.
I think it's more awkward that we're making probably a bigger deal about it than it is. But you're up, Paimon.
You little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
I mean, you're a great talker. You know what I mean? Like me and you, Paimon. That's why people compare us all the time. We're generational yappers in the best way possible. You know? And I adore that about you.
Excuse me. I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
No, but the voice as well. So this, if I remember correctly from the demo they were in, is Nouvellette, right?
I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Suave. This voice could literally melt the chocolate that I have in my cupboard from this distance.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down.
The voice, again, I said the voice performance of Paimon gets better every single region.
Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry.
Oh my god, yes.
Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
This is a fancy character. Obviously, I will say it's different from seeing them in the demo than it is seeing them in, in action, right? I love how fancy they are. Look at this, the cross-legged as well. That's the way I sit as well, so this is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Liney's too?
This is gonna be, oh my god. So this is the judge. This is the one who presides all over the trials.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Liney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
I can't get over the voice. I can't get over the voice. There was no Helen of Troy. People went to war over this voice.
Oh, so you're not friends with Liney then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second.
It seems like he's not awkward at all.
Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Vaudeau.
Oh my god, he's gonna say his name now as well.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds.
Oh, for
across
real?
Teyvat.
Look at this. It's almost like a I think it would be expected from someone who presides over all of the trials, right? A really pristine look. Everything is so meticulous about the outfit. You see even the shirt coming out from under the jacket, the designs on the jacket, super fancy.
And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce
myself.
God. I am...
Also, I'll just say, a very beautiful character. You know what I mean? A very beautiful character.
Oh, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Neuvillette.
What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
How are we going to react to this? Oh, the nice boots as well, actually.
Ah, Mr. Liney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
How are we gonna? I wonder how we're gonna like react to knowing that this is was that Nouvellette?
Wait, Nervilette?
Nouvellette?
Could he be?
Yep. Paimon, yep.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervilette is.
Monsieur Nouvellette.
Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It
Oh
wouldn't be
my
too much
God.
to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Like, he's already has such an imposing character because, again, he looks so perfect. You know what I mean? And I'm guessing intentionally so, like, looking like he is, like, this, like, pristine, like person. But, like, imagine sitting up here as well, also looking like that. You have a very imposing energy to you at that stage, don't you?
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
The colors on the back of the outfit are really, really pretty too, but I can't get over the boots. I love a good boot, you know? If you get the shoes right, it's always good.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special.
I can't get over this voice. It's so smooth.
And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to.
The blue streak in the hair is also so pretty. It's such a pretty thing as well, isn't it?
There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite
Farina's
a while
here.
now.
This is like everyone's in one place.
I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression.
Oh, so you could see definitely see through Farina at this stage as well. But how do you feel about Farina, I wonder?
So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Oh my god, the read. Look at her. Oh my god. I'm already bowing down, Farina. I'm already bowing down.
Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face.
Oh my god.
Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Guys, I talked about how I love over-the-top characters. I love the fact that she went up there waiting for someone to notice her. That is the best thing ever. That is so cool. It's so fun. Like, the idea of this character who's always performing is like, I'm going to go up top here. I'm going to sit there really cool and like, oh, like this stuff. And like, I'm going to wait for someone to notice me. And then when we looked over, then she did her little laugh as well. She's been waiting. She said in her head, wait till they look at me. Then I'm going to do the laugh. I freaking love her. I love her. I love her. I will go to war for Farina.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now
Wait,
enjoy the show.
so Monsieur Nouvellette, like, kind of sees through a little bit of her, like, pageantry and doesn't go along with it maybe as much as other people do. I guess because he is, like, about, like, justice. Like, it's about the more of, like, I guess the, like, justice side of things maybe rather than the performance side of stuff. This is a great look, by the way. I never, like, people use the term face card. I don't think I've ever used it once in my life because, like, but I guess, like, this is what you would call it. Like, this profile is fantastic. This is the one you put on your shots if you want to get into the movie industry, Nouvellette.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the chief?
That's what I'm thinking,
Justice and
Paimon. That's what I'm
Hydro
thinking. There is, like, a kind of like a energy of, like, I'm not putting up with this. Just ignore her, right? Which is very interesting.
All right, please wait just a moment longer.
Very interesting.
I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
This is going to be super cool. This is going to be super, super cool. The crowd enters the venue and the curtains open for the show to begin. No way. We're actually going to get this...
Oh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
I knew we were going to see a magic show, like, but, like, I don't know. You never know what to expect, right? You never know if it's going to be a full-on thing or not. You know? But then again, Genshin always goes all out with this stuff. Look at what they did with Nilu.
Sorry. Paimon was kind of quiet.
The quiet disapproval.
Welcome, one and all, to the
Oh my
Opera
god, oh my god.
Epicness. I am the star of today's show, Linny.
Oh, perfect. Throw the roses now.
And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant.
Superb.
Please, let's give her a warm
Superb.
welcome.
Superb. Already a great show. Money's worth. Already done. Already my money's worth.
Everyone.
You're amazing. Thank you.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all.
It isn't?
So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage
That's
today.
awesome. That's awesome. It's just true magic. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show.
Wait,
That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
that's such an interesting way of putting it. 3 people have removed their visions in this chapter so far.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations.
Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go.
I know you might miss her, but
Already.
don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon
Hopefully.
enough.
Hopefully.
Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say.
Yeah?
You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Okay. The lights went out?
A magician's greatest
Oh my god,
skill
cutscene.
is making things disappear or appear.
Look at this.
The possibilities are endless.
Oh my god, gray hair. 10 out of 10 hair. There's nothing in that, everyone. There's nothing in that. Oh my god, beautiful. I'm hyping this up no matter what. Look at this. Just the animation of going around and tapping it. That was sick. That was sick. And the smiles of the crowd, are you kidding me? Come on, guys. Oh my god.
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before.
It was pretty good.
It's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think?
Is it gonna be the freaking
This one's a little tricky.
the water escape thing they were talking about? Guys, you mean a bird? Obviously these are like magician's tricks. It's all the way up there as well, and she's like
Using this
waving.
water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
This cutscene is incredible. There's Clorinda as well, guarding Farida.
It's actually quite simple.
Yeah?
She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top.
Wait. Oh, this makes me like
No.
feel.
I told them to check all the props carefully.
Oh no! Is it? Please be part of the show. Please be part of the show.
On, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous.
Oh
right around
god! What a performer!
now. Luckily, it's me on stage.
The music as well.
So let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Wait, how did they do this though? He actually did it. He did it. Farina's impressed. Farina's super impressed.
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up
He's
all
such a
our
performer.
Hi, I'm back.
magic. Uh-huh.
Wow. That's it's really incredible, right? Like if I saw that in front of me, I'm like impressed. And the music's so, oh my god, the music's so freaking good. Are you kidding me? It's incredible. No, you deserve it. Bow, bow. So that's the trick they were talking about. Again, like I know it's all magic tricks, right, and stuff like this. But I love a good magic trick, you know?
Oh, what in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything.
Paimon is the exact person you want at a magic show.
Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
Yeah, no wonder he's a famous magician. Not only that, it's not just the magician aspect of it as well. Like, the performance aspect, the conversation with the crowd that, like, feels like a conversation but actually is like a monologue. It's really fantastic.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking.
True, true.
To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally.
I agree so much with this. Your eyes are really cool, but I agree.
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing
What can top this,
surprises for
Liddy?
everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
I love the over-the-top nature of Fontaine. I love the performance nature of Fontaine. Even like stuff that you didn't even need to do. Like the little flick of the hat and stuff like this.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all.
Yeah?
In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations.
For what?
So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky
Oh,
audience
please pick
member.
me. Please pick me.
Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now.
Pick me right now.
There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here and one is there in the aisle among the audience.
What is happening? Oh, is this gonna be? Oh no, it's gonna be like a transfer thing where maybe they transfer us back and forth in between the 2
I'm
boxes.
sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap.
Yeah.
Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow, how's he gonna do this?
Paimon's the exact audience member you want for a magic show.
Do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Let's watch and see.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this
Okay,
random
so maybe
number
it's not gonna be
selector.
us.
It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin.
What number's that?
Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations!
Oh, so it's not us at
You
all.
now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute.
You're so lucky.
Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box.
Some people get all the luck. Imagine me in the crowd. Boo.
I'm sorry,
She
it might be
sucks.
a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous.
It's pretty inside
We've
though.
carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible.
What, a few balloons and stuff?
You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
That's the prison.
Oh, okay.
She's like, all right, fair enough.
All right. Before I enter
Look
the
at the
magic
lighting
box,
here as well.
There is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown?
Perfect performer.
Like this. 60, 59, 58.
A minute?
Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up.
Just a generational performer here. Natural.
Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Okay, we gotta do this right. We gotta do this right.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster
Oh
after
god,
you
okay.
say that.
Maybe Paimon doesn't want it. Maybe Paimon isn't the perfect person to have in a crowd.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together.
Do you see what I mean? They're doing such a good job of making this an actual magic show, right? Like because the parts of the magic show that are also important are like the conversational aspects with the crowd.
Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
Oh my god. Oh my freaking lord.
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on
The
the
magical
other
music.
side once you've finished counting.
54, 53, 52? Why aren't you counting, Nervalette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here.
Your
as it
voice. Your voice. It's gonna kill me.
is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
I feel like I have to now after you saying it.
Oh, alright. You looked so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40, 39.
They love this. They love this.
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
True.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
I think it's all part of the show. Maybe. Oh, maybe. Yeah. It's a bang.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Did it come from the stage? Maybe it was to divert our attention?
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried
So maybe it's
about
part of it.
25! 24! 23! What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from
Is
right.
this part of the show?
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
He is so natural at this.
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone.
What is it? I wonder if this is part of the show.
It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown.
He's so good.
10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
Oh, they're going cutscene mode.
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think.
Yeah, like especially if you're doing
Even a
underground
master magician
passages.
like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time.
Oh, the excitement on Wonder's
Hey,
face.
wait, is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it.
Oh
I'll
no.
try again.
This must be part of the show. This is Frida.
Honestly.
Oh, look at us. We're so excited.
Whoops. Doesn't count.
He's so good. Did it work? Everyone's so excited. Oh my god, Liddy, well done. And this music too. That's awesome. What a cutscene as well. And the pyro. What? What? Wait, what happened to the girl? What happened to the girl? What? What in the world are you talking about? What did they just do? Did they just crush someone right in front of us? Did they just crush someone right in front of us? I feel sick. They just went from the most euphoria I felt even in Fontaine to like this.
Is this part of the show?
I don't think so.
Mr. Linney, you're going to use magic to fix
Oh
the
my
stage
god, they're
now,
all depending
right?
on that.
What happened?
Oh no, it is not part of the show.
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
She was.
This performance is over.
Oh god,
staff
oh
with me.
god.
Guards, secure the scene and detain all
Holy
the performers.
hell.
Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at
Oh
this time.
my god, the guards. And
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of
Jesus
some scheme,
Christ.
then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of justice.
That's so freaking dark. Crushing somebody in front of an entire audience.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
I am stunned. I am stunned.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box
Jeez.
has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in LYNEY'S magic
Wait,
troupe.
so the audience member wasn't in the box?
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage.
Oh, this was a new... Was because it was a new freaking, a new magic trick they were trying? They didn't probably test it out maybe with the pyro, because pyro's expensive, guys. It's so expensive. And the music here's all the water on the stage too. This is crazy. We were having such a good time.
As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest
That's
from
the
the
thing.
audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be
What?
found.
How does that even happen? And you know what's so interesting about this too? Like, he's doing this in front of the audience because trials are always already so public, so it's like, this information seems to be also public too.
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance.
Do you hear this music? Do you hear this music? There's kids in the crowd! What is Fontaine doing?
And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances
Like,
of
they
young women.
didn't just mention that as like an introduction for Charlotte. It's actually a thing that's going to be happening in the story.
The serial disappearances case?
This song is incredible, but it's like so hard to fully like it's like, here's the thing. I say it's hard to enjoy, but obviously like it's hard to enjoy it as a song. It's intentionally making me feel like so nervous and like uncertain and like eerie.
That's the case that Charlotte
It is.
before.
That's it, yeah, in front of the audience, including an Archon and the Chief Justice. They did this.
I know the truth. I
What?
can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that
Who?
badly?
Who?
I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney,
What?
is now the prime suspect
What?
for the serial disappearance
What?
case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
They're gonna blame Linney. And he mentioned the prison as well during the trial, during the actual thing as well. The performance.
This all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she
Farina.
not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
This is a direct accusation. Publicly.
That can't be right. How can Linney do
I don't.
this?
I don't think he would. Like, obviously, I've only known him for a short time, but like, you can get a good, like, especially with Genshin characters, like, they're very good at giving off an energy of like who they might be or what they might act like. Obviously, things change with time as time goes on, as who they are, and like, you know what I mean. But like, there's usually seeds planted for stuff like that, and I didn't see anything like that from the start of this.
He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice.
Yeah, and that part seems to be going completely as planned.
Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
He's a suspect, and it's hard to believe all this happened during the show.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing
Oh
charges?
my god, is this the story? Pressing charges against Liddy?
I just think that he...
Oh, but now she's nervous to do that.
I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
So what if she got carried away with the the performance aspect?
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
And people are seeing it like this as well, of course, again, because people are so involved in this process.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
And this is what people are going to believe because it's the first thing that's said, right?
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing.
Linny versus Farina. The last thing I expected in this was Linny versus Farina in a trial of
That's
murder
right.
and kidnapping.
I mean, you,
Wait, us?
Traveler. You'll support Linny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
I do trust Linny. Of course I trust Linny.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome.
Her switch is always turned on, by the way. The switch of public performance. It's almost like her whole life is a performance in a way, you know?
So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear
This is crazy.
winner and loser.
This is crazy.
And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide
This
the
song.
true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
This is putting it into motion, the stuff that we heard about so far, by the way. We were told since the start of this that this is how everything went. The justice system is a performance, it's entertainment. And this is a grand proclamation of a accusation and charges being pressed. It's not just like charges being pressed. It feels like it is a direct, it's almost like an announcement of her performance as well.
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last
No, we'll
time.
take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. We love Farina.
I understand. Charges have
The
now
song
been
is incredible.
pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you,
Yeah?
are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney
Oh
and
my
defend
God.
him in this case?
Yes, I am.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the
Are you
truth.
serious?
Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
So they have to be cleared individually.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
I'm feeling so many different things at once right now. Everyone dismissed the audience begins to leave along with Farina and Nouvelit. My stomach is in knots. Are you okay? I don't believe Linny did
Sorry
this.
about everything that happened just
You're
now.
sorry?
Were you
Oh,
frightened?
Linny, thank you so much. But no, honestly, like this has to be pretty traumatic for you.
Of course. Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, but like what we're going through, can you imagine what Linny is going through? Because if this was an accidental thing that happened, which it was, I believe it was, someone died due to this accident, quote unquote. That's the bare minimum of what he's probably feeling right now.
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up
Of course.
myself. How could this happen? And poor
Yeah.
Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the
I
murderer?
don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Thank you so much for trusting me.
Here's the thing, like he's like, again, one of the things that we've noticed here with the Fontaine characters, maybe apart from like even maybe Nouvelit that we've met so far, like there is like this thing where like, again, we talk about it onto we're blue in the face. The idea of like everything is a performance, everything is entertainment, the justice system is entertainment. These characters have their personalities in some cases turned up to 12 whenever you're talking to them because that's who they are. But there's an honesty and sincerity in Linny that I don't doubt, right? Through that. They're born to perform. They're born to be this person. They really are. But the honesty and sincerity comes through in that performance. I truly believe it, you know? Yeah, I really do.
I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion.
Right.
I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did.
Yeah. They set this up like this is like a clear plan, an organized plan.
Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Wait, we just had the most serious moment to the start of like an Archon quest in the longest time. And now we have Paimon with detective glasses on, with almost Groucho Marx glasses on. Paimon, where did you get those glasses?
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop
Are you
in the city
serious?
earlier. Pretty cool.
Out of your allowance, they look great, Paimon. You look fantastic. Look at what I'm looking at right now. Paimon, you look incredible. What a look.
Don't worry. Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our
I wouldn't mind if you did, because this has made my day so much better. I wouldn't mind.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
I agree.
You have good taste, Lynette.
No, she does. Paimon, I love that Paimon's so happy about these. It makes it even better, right? Because like obviously, they wouldn't be my choice to wear myself, but like, it's like I appreciate how much Paimon loves them.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self.
That was awesome. Are you kidding me? The detective glasses on.
But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I won't let you down.
Yeah, just like
Greatest character of all time here, Paimon.
Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the
Actually, good question. Very good question.
Ah, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
Oh.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Lynn.
I agree. In this case, we need to know just so we can do this for the actual...
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it.
Yeah, and I understand wanting to protect your... and it is like I feel like it's a very Linny personality thing where it's like wanting to protect those... that the secret's like to the last end, but like, yeah, we need to know about where Lynette was gone off to.
We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can
This is
go investigate
crazy.
the
Where
stage
to-
and the
look at
seating
Paimon.
areas.
Look at Paimon.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is...
Wait, I feel like I said Detective Paimon like a few weeks ago, right? Already. I feel like I did. I even said Paimon should have her own Detective Pikachu style game. Oh, we're gonna talk to the guards. We're doing an investigation. Oh my god.
Investigation going.
Do you see these glasses, by the way? Respect the glasses. We're Linny and Lynette's attorneys.
I see. You must be the
This is
traveler
crazy.
that
I
Lady
cannot
Serena
believe we're doing
mentioned.
this.
Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Oh, yeah?
Huh? What do you mean?
I love them. I love the glasses so much, Paimon. They're incredible.
Come with me and you'll see.
Wait, what? There is like a very like I don't know, the music here is so fitting for this. I hit the mic with my knee. I'm so sorry, guys.
The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him.
Right.
The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
But why was Cowl inside? That's the big question.
This is the real mystery.
Oh, and the outline as well.
And were unable to find any traces of the girl.
So that's why obviously you would relate that to the missing girls. Of course you would. Like that makes, to me that makes sense. Like that's not like a stretch to be like, okay, another girl's gone missing related to this string of missing girls. That's not a stretch.
However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap.
Pyrotechnics are so expensive, by the way. They're so expensive.
All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident.
Right, yeah, but like then I wonder if someone else involved with this trick knew about this, right? Because like I can't see Linny doing this.
If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
That's what they're going to look at, aren't they? That's what they're going to look at.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
We literally just met, but like I have quite a bit of trust in Linny.
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
Yeah.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorney.
See, to me, it's not a trusting thing, maybe as much as like the same way we trust Razor, right? The same way we put trust in like a Jean, right? It's a different type of trust. The trust I have in Linny comes from like the sincerity I see through his heart, the way he treats his siblings, the way he treated us when we first came here. It's a very convoluted way to get to just do all this in the hopes that we would be very trusting of him and like get him on his side. It would be very convoluted. It's his heart, right? I can see it through all of the performance. I really can.
I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
People can also be the most reliable evidence. I mean, we're coming from the perspective of like characters that like adore people, and people have meant so much to us.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just
No.
know that I'm warning you for your own
No,
good.
Esmond, you're actually very reasonable. Like, it's nothing you've said has been like out of line or out of pocket. Like, so don't worry about that.
Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Look at Paimon. This is the greatest thing of all time. This is just like honestly, like in a few years' time, if aliens ever come down to Earth and they're like, what? Why are video games good, right? And like, I'm putting like, you know, Shadow of the Colossus and like all this stuff into like a capsule to show them. And like, everyone in the world, all billions of people put their hand on my shoulder and they go, Calvin, you forgot this. And it's a picture of Paimon like this, and the aliens will understand and leave and let us like live forever just from this image here. So you can use a case record. Excuse me? Excuse me? A case record? What is Fontaine? What? You can check it yet undiscovered evidence and clues for the case record. Are we going to do an actual trial? Use perception skill to... Stop. See, what? To find evidence and clues can be investigated within a certain radius around yourself. This will advance your overall progress. Oh my god, the investigation of the guards indicates that the fireworks launched at the tail end of the magic performance set the rope dangling the water tank alight, causing the tank to fall and kill Cowl, who was within. It seems evident that Linny is the likeliest user of the prop to commit the crime. However, the reason for the victim being Cowl and the reason for the chosen lady's disappearance remain a mystery. Are you serious? What? I'm in heaven. I love a good detective story. Deceased identity. The deceased is one of Liney's assistants named Cowell. He was well trusted by all his colleagues. His job was setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. So we have like an actual like investigation and get investigating for. So perception. R2 is. Are you serious? So let's see. Examine this. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cal weren't inside the box at the moment, he might have dodged the falling water tank. This music as well. So we actually have like an actual book for investigations. Here it is.
Whoever the murderer was,
Oh my god.
they must have made preparations
I look at
well
Paimon.
beforehand.
Paimon, that's great.
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand.
This is fantastic UI, by the way.
How would it be him? How strange.
The Opera House switcheroo, that's what we're calling it. I'm assuming Paimon named it that as well. This is amazing. So we explored this and we get to, this is incredible. They're literally giving me a detective game inside of Genshin Impact. Fontaine is a masterpiece. A masterpiece. Quentin, it's a masterpiece.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Interesting, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Liney and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Teyvat Chronicles.
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall
So we're
order.
learning that everyone feels this way, by the way, and it's kind of understandable. And as we're talking to him, we can open... Game. You're going the extra mile here. I would have accepted if you... Like, you know what I mean? It's like... Genshin always goes that extra mile.
Liney used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
And?
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time.
Man. Oh, man.
I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance.
Right.
In other words, Liney knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Liney reserved our seats for us too.
I'm never gonna get over Paimon looking like this. It's such a funny look.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Liney.
Thanks. Sorry to bother you. Everyone's being very kind about this,
Even
though.
though it's bad for Liney's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Thank you, Paimon. So this device was used during Liney's magic performance to choose a lucky member of the audience. However, the guards have found that it will generate the exact same number no matter what. Clearly someone has tampered with it. Now, they're saying it could be Liney. Look for clues inside the Opera House. Holy hell, and there's still people like conversating here too. Do you see something? Wait, I thought I saw something there, no? Maybe I just looked like it was there? Did we already... No, we didn't see this part? The broken match was basically looking at now the water was struck really hard. Okay. And you're another one as well, right? Maurice.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence.
This is crazy. Like, I just didn't expect it to have like a whole detective minigame. Like, they're going so above and beyond what they have to do.
The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
We're Liney and Lynette's attorney. Let's open with that.
Sure. It's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person.
Yeah. I noticed that in the notice board outside. They have a lot of public information there.
Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself.
So she's well known.
Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show.
Right. Oh, that feels so bad, man. She's just taking some time off work and she goes missing.
The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects.
Okay.
Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Oh my god, Paimon. Like, it's hard not to notice Paimon's, like, freaking beautiful, like, disguise, detective outfit. So it seems that, like, this person that went missing is exactly the same as the other people that went missing.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
So here we go. Halsey is a missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have entangled in the quarrels with any of the members of LYNEY'S Magic Troupe, so she doesn't have relation to the magic troupe at all. So the rope as well, of course. Yes.
So this is the rope that broke and caused
The music is perfect for this, by the way.
The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So either LYNEY didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material!
Wait, what?
Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Flash cotton.
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means...
Oh, man.
Wait, Paimon should write all this down. Let's take notes.
So the special, this rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. So we have a rope here that, like, maybe could have been replaced at the time of the murder. And the kidnapping. So maybe, like, if LYNEY didn't know about this rope, if we could maybe get, like, an idea of, like, what he ordered for the rope, like, or what he ordered when he did order the rope, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Oh, we can go down here too. The box, of course, yeah. You know what I mean? If he has, like, an invoice or something of what type of rope he ordered, or, like, what type of rope he used, or something like that would be fantastic. But I don't know if we're gonna get something like that, to be honest. If you want, by the way, just to give my quick opinion on, like, Furina accusing LYNEY, because I feel like maybe I didn't go too in-depth into that. I still like Furina quite a bit just because I feel like they are someone who is, like, always has that switch turned on of being, like, a very performative-based person. I think what happened there as well is that, like, they got so caught into the performance, you could tell that they're kind of like, oh, yes, let's do it. Let's go for it, you know? That they didn't even want to fully accuse LYNEY, but they had to at that point because it was already in front of everybody. But that's the way I see it anyway. It looks like an orderly box, but LYNEY somehow moved instantly from the stage, being inside it. How did he do it? How did he do it? Molly. Oh, yeah, talking to LYNEY and Lynette, yeah.
LYNEY's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining
Of course.
to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's
Look at how could they do it? Like, you're gonna leave Fremine without his older sister and brother? You're gonna do that? You think that's okay? Wait, so hold on a second here. There's one down here. Right here, yeah. Isildur?
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too.
Okay.
If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
Yeah, sure. Who are you?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
Sure.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
Yeah, we thought the thud as like a diversion at the time as well, right?
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank or something.
So you already think just straight up. I think a lot of people just think like it's open and shut.
And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
The rope, but that's so dangerous. You would see her come down as well, right?
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Yeah, the water tank would have started to swing.
Oh, that's true.
You'd have to cut every one of them at once.
I suppose I must reconsider.
I think, just like a lot of people, you're getting too excited about this whole, trial thing that you jumped the gun.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Detective Paimon, we're gonna have to find out. So during the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Thank God we have Detective Paimon with us. Well, is Paimon like this in the menu? Oh my God! I love when you do that as well. So we'll get this now that we're here anyway. Oh, for the birthday event. I saw Mori making that actually. Look at this setting, by the way. It's so incredible. Like, even with all the dark stuff that happened here, it's so incredible what they've done here. It's nothing like they've ever done before in Genshin. Like, this whole thing. Like, Fontaine feels like a completely different beast already. Like, I'm so impressed. So maybe we have to go outside here, just in the lobby? Yeah.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
She was on the banner before too, right?
Huh? You mean us?
But she was keeping an eye on us?
That's right. If I'm not
With these
mistaken,
two bodyguards?
you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Oh my God, the fancy energy coming off this.
More about that one, but who are you?
Look at that necklace.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
We have.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it.
Look at that hat, by the way.
And I, Navia,
Navia, yeah.
being its renowned president.
Oh my God, you look incredible though. You really do. Makeup on point.
Though those who
This
play
music.
by our rules call me boss.
You're the boss. You are the boss. Yeah, no, she's stunning, isn't she? She's really stunning.
I'm Silver, her attendant.
Silver,
Pleased
hello.
to meet you.
This is so cool. We're meeting so many new characters all in a row.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Is he doing a good job?
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the name?
You're Detective Paimon. Look at this.
I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
We talked about her design before, by the way, in the trials. Like a really, really cool design. It's almost like a, I think at the time I talked about it as kind of like, it reminded me of like a, like almost like, I guess Victorian era, but then like, you know, I guess it makes more sense that like it applies to the kind of like the designs that you would have in Fontaine now as well.
My apologies, Demoiselle.
Beautiful hair.
Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Navia's a beautiful name. We'll call you Navia.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
Is it just, am I crazy? Like, again, like, I don't use makeup, so like, I guess like I might not be the best to judge, but I think the makeup looks so good, right? It's like perfect. I don't know, maybe I'm just like talking out me, but. So you want to investigate as well? This music's so freaking good for this.
I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time.
Oh, your father?
Judging from the look of things, I find Lyney an unlikely mastermind.
Oh my god. Navia, please join our team. We have someone who like believes in Lyney as well.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for
that's
clues
why
now.
Detective Paimon and I are looking for clues.
But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Oh my god, look, she's stunning. Right, the whole presence of her as well, it's so fancy. The hat, the hair. Like, I think she's fantastic.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at
boots.
Lyney without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
I think she got caught up in the moment as well. I really do. That's the way I look at it.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away.
That's exactly the vibe I got from that.
Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
So we're starting to see this as well, by the way, right?
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
I think it's a fantastic way to look at it. And we've met two characters now. And like, here's the thing. I think that like even like Lyney gave off the energy of someone who was like, you know, kind of, how do I say it? Like, you know, doesn't dislike Farina at all, but knows how to get around Farina. And then similar with like Nouvellette. He was kind of like, you know, okay, just like ignore her or whatever like that. And now this character's like, hey, like I like her, but I'm not going to agree with absolutely everything she says. So she doesn't, I guess like not everyone reveres the Archon as much as like maybe like the citizens proper would. When you put it like that.
All right.
I think it's a fair way of looking at it.
Now, it's time you answer mine.
I think everything going on here with this design is perfect. I really do.
Wait a minute. Did that answer count?
We'll say it did.
Well, I say it does.
Okay.
Don't worry. You won't hear any pointless questions from me.
Sure.
In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Interesting question.
Well?
Not always. Yeah.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial should be treated like entertainment. I think both these answers are kind of acceptable. My thought process on it as well is that like it's like you have someone's life in your hands, right? And that being like entertainment. And here, by the way, nowadays trials have become entertainment. You know, people make YouTube videos about them. People make like streams about them. People do reactions to trials now. You know what I mean? Like people do, like it is entertainment in all forms. But I think that also can like, I think public opinion being so like on the forefront of stuff like that can also be like very, very dangerous in some cases too. Like if you're in a trial with Lyney and let's say everyone goes like, oh my God, like, you know, of course Lyney did it. Like, you know, how is that not going to sway some people's opinions? But then again, Nouvellette, I don't think is going to be swayed by that. So let's just go with the first one here.
See, Silver and Maloose? I told you they'd be different.
And the black bow at the back is fantastic. So I wonder if like she's been looking for other people who like feel the same way. Maybe she doesn't like the trials at all.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent.
Everyone buttering us up. Flattery will get you absolutely everywhere.
No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You pass with flying colors.
Okay, we'll take it.
Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
You guys know I have no problem like being an assistant.
Wait, since when did we become assistants?
I should tell you, this is Detective Paimon though. Very experienced in the detective field.
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure.
Oh my
Or
God.
your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
So, okay. This is... I know I get sidetracked so much by this, but this is another example of just great design and great character work in Genshin. You have a character who's so perfect, right? There's not an ounce of a hair out of place. There is like a perfect design, very, very fancy, very, very meticulous in the way they speak, you know what I mean? Is like very careful with all their questions, but doesn't have the same personality that is completely like, you know, completely the same with like how their presence might seem. Like from a distance, you might be like, oh, that person's probably like very, very, you know, too fancy for me maybe in some cases. This character's coming out right saying it's like, okay, like whatever, like I'm not too fussy. They also have some very like strong moral standings as well in their own feelings about things too. It's really, really cool, like, because that's what Genshin usually does. It's like, it's not just like, Navia's not just like this fancy character who like has like a very fancy outfit, who speaks in a very fancy way, who like, you know, we thought was just gonna be this fancy character. They have like most Genshin characters have a lot of layers to them as well.
That's more nice.
I think Piper's missing the point. Seems like you've already agreed then.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering
We'll
the
take
truth.
it. I'm not turning it down. You kidding me?
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, Missy? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
Piper just asked the audience.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Liney's tricks.
Oh, you want to know the tricks?
Thanks.
Yeah, very, very, like, interesting character. Yeah? And that's the way I say it when it comes to, like why I find them so interesting. It's just, again, it's not just, you know, you can have a character who, like, fits, like, again, it's not that she doesn't fit her design. I think that she has, like, a very perfect, like, I think her makeup looks fantastic, the hair looks fantastic, the outlook looks fantastic. From a distance, it's just like, oh, I wonder if she's, like, super, super fancy. Like, you know, she's, like, maybe she's very, like, uppity about herself. Is that what you call it? Uppity? Is that the word? I don't like always using that word because I feel like, you know, it's like, it feels like I'm just, like, looking down on someone. But from a distance, you might be like, oh, they're gonna be incredibly fancy, like incredibly like posh in a lot of ways. But they're actually incredibly reasonable. Morals really in check, really cool to talk to them. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
Poisson, where we were before.
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic. If I could make things disappear,
you live in
cleaning my
Poisson?
room would be a cinch.
You need not worry about such things, Demoiselle. That falls under my duties.
Oh, right.
Interesting. Very, very cool. So I wonder where the... Oh, we're going to talk to Tristane. Hello, Tristane.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
That's fine, Tristane. Thank you.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Liney and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes.
Great designs here.
The Chief Justice gave the order. Everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
You think so?
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time.
All right.
I couldn't see Liney's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great up until the end, of course, right?
But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave.
Fair enough. Honestly, fair enough.
We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info.
All this is really cool, like the way they're doing this. No one left the Opera House during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. It's still just shocking that we're even doing this.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Liney's discussion with the guards is going.
Yeah, let's check it out. The song is so good.
things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
I suppose, Paimon. Maybe if you're into the idea of the magic being like kind of taken away.
Him. Gosh. No wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
Just hearing what Paimon has to say about all this stuff.
We all heard that noise, didn't we? The performance would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. If Paimon were on duty, she would have snuck back into the audience seating. Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand. This rope was obviously tampered with.
This is the best.
People needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. That, combined with this number selector, could allow you to pick a young lady instead of some old fogey.
Some old fogey? Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Like, this is just so special. Nothing like this in Genshin ever before.
Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for
Oh
you.
my god. Charming even as an accused.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived.
And Navia's coming with us.
Who's this?
This is Navia.
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a
Look at
problem,
this.
I've got the firepower.
With the two freaking like detective bodyguards beside her.
Sorry, I got a little carried away
It's
there.
okay. It's okay.
Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole situation.
Yeah, we actually have someone on our side here.
And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most
Oh
grateful.
my god, the charm can never turn off for Liddy.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of
This-
secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
This is actually very important, right? Like, and obviously, like I always wondered how this worked in actual magic
But
tricks as
before
well.
I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Is there anything strange?
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Yeah, no one in Fontaine would be trying to be dramatic.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same?
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon?
Sorry, but I did not. Again,
Very
it happens
good
these once per
indeed.
episode.
I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Interesting.
So, if you put two and two together, what do you get?
There's another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head
You're in
down.
such high spirits, by the way, and I appreciate it, Linny. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
It's a gigantic passage.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The two magic boxes are positioned right above the two entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
That's so interesting that they're showing us all this. And of course, like, a bit reluctant at first to show us this, but it's obviously showing us now.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Detective Paimon got it.
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Okay, and then what about your sidekick? The side of your trick?
Right. You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the
Yeah, it was like
end.
very, very well done, like up until the end, right?
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
Huh?
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation
Oh, wow.
beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
That's pretty incredible.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
I also can't get over how cool, like, just the vibe of having, like, this girl in this fancy dress and the two men in the black suits is. It's just, like, such a cool, like, design choice as well.
Oh, interesting.
So you were in the other part of the box.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box.
Wait, what? Can we look back on that?
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
No, I need to see that again.
And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So it's special to you guys.
So that's how it all worked. Wow. Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending.
Man, that's actually, I don't know, there's something so sweet about that as well and something so impressive, right?
And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would.
Would. Yeah, would.
But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off.
No, I think they did a fantastic job with it.
And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime.
Mm-hmm. Like someone would have to have like at least a base knowledge of like how this magic trick was gonna work, right?
Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Lyney and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Fair enough.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
I'm telling you, this dude will literally be like surrounded by 100 men with spears all pointing at him, and he'd still be the most charming person in any room.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
No, it's no problem, Lynette. Linny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside the box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via the tunnel underneath, and Linny would be also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Meanwhile, having changed her outfit, Lynette would and her assistant would take charge of the on-stage interactions. The magic box on stage has an additional layer in its rear, in which Lynette and Linny's clothes remain hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Linny had been able to instantly move the box to the other side. The magic box at the center of the audience stands has 2 layers, and beneath it is an entrance to the underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to have been transported without the audience noticing. It's all really cool, like understanding. Oh my god, look at this area too. We're so lucky. We're so like it's such a horrible accident that happened, but it's still such an amazing quest. This should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate automatically. Then we have... Oh, there's water down here. Wait. There is water down here. There's also examine the ladder. A ladder is required in order to return to the magic box above. Yeah, the water here. With the vase.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Thank you, Willard.
Speaking of which,
Bye, Mom.
why would there be water here?
Yeah, why would there be water? Maybe if it was for the trick?
Oh, Paimon knows. It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear.
Oh, that old trick.
And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while
It has to have some importance, right?
That can't be. The trolley moved moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Sure thing, Detective Hyman. Well done. Broken flower vase. There was many pieces of a broken flower vase on the side of the tunnel. All the water within had been spilled. Judging from the distance, it seems unlikely that it was knocked over by the trolley meant to transport the magic box. It's so strange. Like, I don't know, it's like so cool and so strange, like how this took a turn in this mission. Because again, like I said, there's nothing like this in, oh, there's some clothing, but there's nothing like this in any part of Genshin so far, right? But I think even above that, we're here with like characters, like it's a very character-driven Archon quest. Even in like us like already exploring this area with like a bunch of the named characters, it's fantastic.
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Linny didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Yeah. Well done, Detective Paimon. Keeping us together. Dropped hook rope. A rope has fallen that has fallen to the ground. A metal hook has been tied to the end of this rope. It is use is unclear. There we go. There's so much to investigate down here. But then obviously there's the outfit here as well. It's just like a dress just hanging on the ground.
These are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing.
No way. Wait, what?
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, Linny did not mention the guests would be having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Paimon's confused glasses now.
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective.
No, you're great at it. You're fantastic at it. Youngling says the clothes belong to Halsey. The lady who went missing were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Yeah, why would she change? Why would, like, and did someone take her clothes? That's pretty effed up. High precision is required to complete the magic show, and the tracks are perfect for making the trolley stay on its designated course. There's also storage boxes. All kinds of props and costumes haphazardly stuffed inside. There's also like a bunch of outfits over here too, but... The trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan. It's like a broken mirror over there, but it's like, oh, there's a vent. Oh my god.
What is this place?
Looks like a vent. And by the way, if I know detective stories, vents are going to be very important.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
I just realized that she's in the Spina de Rose, I can't pronounce it, and she has a bunch of spinals on her. I know it's not the same thing, but spinals on her, but like that's pretty cool.
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic boxes. And Linny and Lynette were the two magic boxes. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write that down.
The tunnel vent looks like it could allow one person passage, barely, but leaving along with the missing lady seems an unrealistic prospect. Right.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yeah?
Yes. Let's head back up.
Fair enough. This is such an interesting location. Yeah. I love finding out stuff like this piece by piece. Of course, I played detective games before. I'm currently playing a detective game every day on the channel in the the evening Let's Play. Oh, no, we have to just climb. Sorry. I wonder how what the trial's gonna look like, especially since we're going up against Farina. We're going up against an Archon here.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. It seems to me that there are several things that
I think it'd be good to go through with you as well.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement.
Right, okay.
The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
It would seem so. Yeah, like it's... I can't wait to actually go through all of this, right? And piece everything together.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance
I absolutely love this
and
character.
Powell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Lyney and Lynette.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. It seems that way fully.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
Which is dangerous.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The Oratrice will too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. Not that this has ever happened anyway.
Fascinating. Yeah, he seems like he's very much like on the side of like just making sure everything is justified, right?
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
And the idea, okay, yeah, the will of justice.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? I thought Novelette called the shots.
Novelette.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Whoa.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
Okay.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help.
That's interesting.
To the case.
Because like, you know, a lawyer in real life would be able to leave and put everything together, piece everything together like that.
That we're not so. It could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
No, Silver's like, okay, well, I'll get out of here if you want.
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Oh my god, Paimon.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
I mean, even if they have like a few like, you know, egg salad sandwiches, I'll be okay. Now's not the time to be picky.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
Desserts with Navia would sound perfect.
I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
She gets it. She just gets it. She gets how to live. She understands life.
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Yeah, to get some tea and sweets, Paimon.
Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are...
I mean, a sandwich might be good, right? A sandwich or something would be nice.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
I love this, like, of course we will.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
What's he gonna do? We're actually just going off to make snacks? This is the best. This is the best. All that is set up here.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Okay.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
Wait, portable stoves, is that something that was like with me at the start of the game? I just never used it? Or is that a different game I'm thinking of?
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a Speed of the Rosita thing. I actually adore Navia so far, Paimon, I'll be honest with you. I adore her. Navia methodically handles the ingredients and pulls a fresh macaroon. Oh my god!
Good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop.
Do you see? Yeah, look at these.
From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking.
But I'm sorry, but like, look at this. Perfect hat, perfect hair, perfect makeup, perfect outfit, perfect macaroons.
But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I mean, you know about doing stuff yourself, Paimon. You're literally a detective.
I was applauding.
Yep, you're loud clap. They're loud clap.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
That's not what I probably meant, but okay. This is literally what I say for every character. That's what I was doing.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
It's a really nice dress.
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books,
There we
sip
go.
tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks.
This is what I was saying. The idea of like the layers to it. It's like, yeah, she's a fancy lady. We saw she was a fancy lady, but she's not like this person who just has I think it's not like a one-trick pony when it comes to this stuff.
Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh
It
out
is
of the oven.
difficult.
There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case
Fabulous.
of a sugar rush, would you?
She's fabulous.
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and
This
lifts
is
the spirit.
This whole chapter's been an experience. Thank you. Why don't you take a break yourself?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
Well, thank you. This has been fantastic. Especially to calm the nerves as well with all this stuff happening around us.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously,
Detective
the tunnel
Paimon?
seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Lyney and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
Yeah, so I agree. I 100% agree. And that's one of the big points about this. It's like, it seems like it would make them so obvious. Like, Lyney is like smart. So is Lynette. But like, we know Lyney probably even more than Lynette just because Lyney's so on the surface with like a lot of his, he's very outgoing. It does not make any sense. You do it in a way that would make you look like you weren't implicated. So apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel.
Right. Okay. And that's why the vase is broken and the
shattering
outfit?
of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and
That
her
would be
abduction.
insane.
Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still
That's
wearing
such
the same
like I know
clothes.
like it's already like kidnapping is an invasion of justice, but sorry, an invasion of privacy. But like to me, like taking off someone's clothes, that's just like I don't know. It makes me feel sick.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that the third person even exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Yeah. Her voice acting is really good too. The inflections are really good.
Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked. That's the thing she wasn't associated with, I guess, yeah.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case.
There's a lot of dead ends, and a lot of like things that are really hard to like take away from take the eye of like everyone's justice away from Lyney, right?
Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great. They're nice and crisp and super sweet.
That sounds amazing.
They are my specialty after all. And
I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3. Honest.
We gotta believe she's a detective. Why would she lie?
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good
Well,
thing.
she can have some of mine. She can take 2 of mine.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine if you ate them. It's fine if you ate them. You ate them. Both these answers, I'm kind of like, even if like Paimon's wrong, I want to trust her.
Wait.
No, both Paimon, both. Oh, Paimon, I'm so sorry. Both answers didn't believe you. There's nothing I could do.
If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
Okay, Paimon, if you need me to fight for you, I'll even fight characters who I think are amazing. I'll do it. I'll do it in a second. I will do it.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten
That's what
too
happened.
engrossed in our
That's what
chat and
happened.
eaten them by mistake.
I'm not going
No
against
deal.
Paimon.
Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Oh, there's really no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
Poor and I just feel like it's so like, I don't know, like calling out Paimon for any eating habit or anyone for an eating habit like at a table. I'm just like, I don't want to do that ever.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
She had 2 extra macarons. Who cares?
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Like, Mella's like stealing 2 macaroons.
That's it
We
for
forgive
snack
him.
time.
You know?
I'm going to have another look
We
around
forgive
the
him.
area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again.
Thank you.
It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right. Thanks for your help and for the snack.
Appreciated. So appreciated.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go.
Yeah, Mella's stealing 2 macaroons. Like, I forgive him.
I'll be back if I find anything new.
Probability of a third person being involved. Neither Cowler nor Halsey had a motive, but after having talked to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too. Good to know. So now the trial.
It's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial.
The trial will start.
Oh, it's probably going to be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Thank you so much. Well, actually, what time is it now? Wait till 8 o'clock the next day? Okay, so there's a few minutes as well, because I think what we're going to do, we're going to end the video here and then come back in the next one and do the trial, because I want to give it like all of it, the energy and the breath that it needs. Really great stuff though. Like unbelievably cool what they're able to do with all this stuff here. Like stuff I didn't expect really at all from this game. Like not that it's like me going like I didn't expect this game to do this, you know, to be this good. Like that's not what I mean at all, of course. What I'm more saying is like you never expect this type of thing from it never set up this type of thing. And it's so impressive to me because I love detective stories. I love seeing this type of stuff. It always like means the absolute world to me. Playing detective stories, you know, whether it be Ace Attorney, even though it's not a detective story, we know what I mean, you know, Ace Attorney, or like as we're playing Raincoat, even like Danganronpa as well, which I love playing too. But having its own twist on it in the Genshin universe is really, really neat also. What else can I definitely say about all this? There's so much to say about this whole chapter so far, but this whole episode so far. Lyney and Lynette's performance was breathtaking up until the end, of course. Like, obviously, that was a very hard thing to, like, get over. Nuvilit is so far a character we don't really know very well, but it seems so far that they do have, like, a more serious tone to them. We found out they're not a big fan of Farina, maybe. Farina got so caught up in that performance that Farina really did, like, it took over almost, and that's where the accusation happened as well. But there's so much weight to the accusation that it actually is, like, look at Hu Tao's smile, by the way, that actually, like, makes sense, I suppose. On the other side of things, like, Navia is another character who's doubting the system here in Fontaine, and I wonder will we have more doubters as things go on in the story, because Navia is an interesting character doubting everything so far. And like I really like Navia's outfit. I think she has a perfect design, and also getting to know her character over this time as well has also been super, super interesting, because like we kind of like got a read on her and like what they were trying to do in a very good way. I think the game set her up in that way really well, like this fancy character who's a fancy lady that doesn't have all the like that doesn't want to check all the boxes of what like a typical fancy lady would be in like a story like this. It's especially in like a murder mystery, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's the fancy lady, the fancy, you know, what would you call it? Like, the fancy daffodil, you know what I mean? Oh my god. You know, she's actually like a very much more than that in a lot of ways too. And the cooking the macaroons is really nice too. Detective Paimon is like, has me over the moon. I'm so excited to see more of Detective Paimon. But for now, I can say safely, guys, thank you so much for watching this video and thanks so much for supporting the series. And I will say thank you to the Never Gonna Play Baby Gangsters here on Patreon. That being Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Ranish, Anusa, Shavada Red, Malconde, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, and Yassassin. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.